With 4 pumpkins left, we have current state record holder with a pumpkin that was 1,976 pounds set last weekend. Jared's way off. They should have waited another week and brought it to Nick's. That way, maybe it could have been 2,000.
I want to hear the one from back east across the Atlantic Ocean and jolly old England.
I always bring my biggest one to Nick's, but I'm going to be gone for the last way off, so it moved my timeline up, so I had to go 1, 2, 3. So next year. But I did bring a pumpkin today, and it's gorgeous. This pumpkin is named Appleberry. My 3-year-old daughter named the pumpkin. My son named the current state record, the pumpkin that's 1 pound bigger than Brad's, by the way. Yep, this one is Appleberry. The state record is named Cowboy, named by my children. This pumpkin was grown from the 1931 Turner times the 2006 Wolf. I'll ask myself the question, do I think it's heavy or light? I hope it's heavy. I think it might be a little heavy. It's estimating to be 1,468 pounds. Rolling out a new state record. But at this point, I'm going for a 4,300 pound patch from the GPC. So I need 4,300 pounds of pumpkin across 3 pumpkins to get another patch for my Letterman jacket.
That's a pretty pumpkin.
And there's a hole back there.
Real pretty.
This pumpkin got a minimal amount of attention. I was kind of focused on the pumpkin that I knew had record size potential. So this pumpkin and the other one kind of got, sliding a little bit on the attention, but still a real pretty looking pumpkin. I would say it's the second prettiest pumpkin here, perhaps a Howard Gold contender, but I don't know, John's pumpkin's pretty darn awesome. But, hey, I'm going to throw my name in the mix. Just say it. What causes the cracks? It's just stretch marks. It's like, me after a day, I just got to lotion myself up a little bit. Yeah, and that's the same thing. As the pumpkins age, their skin gets a little tough, and as they continue to grow, they'll have cracks form. That's okay as long as you kind of you want to keep them clean. Don't let any cooties get in there, because then they can make the pumpkin go rotten, and that would be bad. Estimated weight 1,468 pounds. Hopefully heavy. Maybe 15. I'd be happy with that. Maybe 16. Maybe 2,000. The pumpkin, the forklift didn't struggle enough for 2,000. All right. I didn't look into this thing. Calvin put the pallet underneath before I could take the gander. Yeah, Brad, if you could just lay under that pumpkin real fast, please. We've got 3 more pumpkins to harass him. It's not going to stop him.
This isn't even your A stop, right?
No. Just hold on to the state record sign right here. It's really nice when you hold the state record sign. It's really a really cool thing to be able to wield this and say that you're the champion. Just take a look at that, Brad. Just caress it. Number 2. This is the state record. So. I don't know. Are you going to be able to hold this later? Are you strong enough at firefighter training? Or do we need a police officer up here? Is there somebody pumpkin ain't the road. So pumpkin's estimating at 1,468 pounds. Actual weight on the pumpkin, 1,480 pounds. It did go a little heavy, I'll take it. 1,480. Slide me fourth place.
Picture, Chad.
Picture.
Oh. Oh, hold on. I think that's my family is literally showing up right now, so we're gonna keep everything right here.
I was wondering.
Emily Gregson, will you come to the stage? Emily. There we go. Good timing.
She doesn't come up to the stage for fourth place.
Their spidey sense was tingling. The family came just now. Sir. Hi, Charlotte. Come here. Maxwell, come here. Announcer's privilege. We'll just, please hold. Children! Charlotte, come see Appleberry. So this is Charlotte. Charlotte named this pumpkin. Excuse me. This is Maxwell. Give your phone, babe. Okay. Charlotte, look at the camera. Say pumpkin.
Happy birthday, Dad. Oh, that's right.
That's right. Can everybody do me a favor? Yesterday was somebody's number 6 birthday. Can everybody give me a happy birthday on 3?
Happy
1, 2,
birthday.
3.
Happy birthday!
Woo-hoo. That's a nice pumpkin you named Charlotte. In 4th place. What are you gonna say about me? $10 for the baby. 20. 15.
So we still have
I'll take a check.
patents
Yeah.
only 26.
2-month-old Spencer will name one in 2 years.
Nothing new.
Can you stand by, Colette? All right, so out with Appleberry and in with, we got 2 pumpkins left till we see how light Brad's pumpkin is.
Yes.
Still doesn't get it.
Well, they're super
It's because Brad takes it so serious. If he was like totally nonchalant, it wouldn't be hilarious. But it's been all year of giving Brad a hard time. I've loved it so much.
He's got a giant greenhouse. I don't.
Charlotte, what can you tell us about Appleberry? Are you shy? No, at least she's honest. Charlotte, why did you name it Appleberry?
I like that name.
It's a good name. Maxwell named his pumpkin Cowboy. Not for the Wyoming folk. But I'm starting to, don't tell Brad Blue Nut, the Sublo. Brad, something or other. I'm excited for that pumpkin to be waved. Sedlow. Remember that. Brad Sedlow's pumpkin's going to be waved. 2 pumpkins. I'm pretty excited about it. Because if that
Just going to be interesting.
doesn't go, on the off chance that it doesn't go a few 100 pounds light,
Number 3.
it could be the first 2,000-pound pumpkin in Colorado. And that would be pretty cool. Maxwell, can you come here real fast?
That's going to be a fun one for them to rope up.
So when you named Cowboy, what did you say you wanted that pumpkin to do?
Beat Brad.
And did you beat Brad?
Yes.
Oh, that's great, son. Good job. Beat Brad. My son. What did you like about Cowboy? That's a good thing. Yeah. So you liked that he won, and you wanted to beat Brad and beat Brad. What is your goal for next year? What do you want us to do with our pumpkins?
Make them bigger.
And beat Brad. Bigger pumpkins and beat Brad. Good job, son. High five. Thank you. What are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna go ride some rides? Yes? Okay. All right. Stick around though. We got 2 left. So, with 2 left, call it. He wasn't coached. I'll give you the $20 later, son.
We got 3 left.
With
Number 3.
now this is going to be a real interesting one. Yep, stay away from the foreground. This one, we need T-Rod. T-Rod will be the one to give us an explanation on what this is. Because we don't know. We've never had a pumpkin that's like this before, so we need an explanation from its mother. T-Rod, where are you at? There you are. Get up here. T-Rod, ex-president of the RMGVG, all-around awesome human being. T-Rod, what the heck is it?
It's a beautiful fruit. Heavy, beautiful fruit.
T-Rod is the Colorado's most notorious sandbagger. If you don't know what sandbagging is, it's like, Teresa, how big is your pumpkin? And she'd be like, well, it could be 30s, 200s, 1,000 pounds. It come to find out, the pumpkin actually is estimating to be, holy moly, estimating to be 1,699
Wow.
Well, you know what?
Joe Cool.
That's going to be a hard one to pick up.
For Joe, who has helped Teresa immensely over the years, this one, does it resemble its namesake? Joe, it's, like weathered and big. Yo. Oh, that's a good one, yes. City and County of Denver state record holder Teresa, or city record holder. City and County. Teresa always does like to brag for people who are intimidated that they don't have a farm. Teresa grows in the city and county of Denver. She grows in her backyard, and if anybody near her has an empty backyard, she'll grow in their backyard too. And so your neighbor's yard grew last week's pumpkin, right?
The pumpkin that I took to Jared's last week is going to be displayed at the Denver Aquarium.
Denver Aquarium, if you want to go see one of Teresa's monsters.
I don't have a place for it.
So Teresa, your personal best
Probably.
is
I might take
857 pounds. You've been growing for 12 years in the city
got a
and
call.
county of Denver.
Yeah, I got a call.
This pumpkin is estimating at, we'll call it 1,700 pounds. You may better your personal best by nearly 1,000 pounds. Are you excited? She is excited. All we ever want to do as giant pumpkin growers is to better our personal best. We're in competition with ourselves first and foremost, and when you beat Brad, that's the next best thing. Teresa's hoping this pumpkin goes real heavy. Shoot, I guess I'm a little concerned. I don't want it to go too heavy. Maybe I should be giving you a hard time. I've been giving Brad unfairly. I need to give Teresa a hard time. Got to get out of the way, as this pumpkin is massive. Yeah, she's got a wide glide. There it is. Max, do you think this pumpkin is going to go heavy or light?
Heavy.
Ooh. Did Teresa pay you to say that? Yes. Max is usually pretty okay with his guesses. He has been known to be wrong from time to time. So let's pose the question to the audience. Do we think Teresa's pumpkin is heavy?
Yes.
Do we think it's a new personal best for Teresa? All right, let's find out. Estimated 1,699. Actual retail weight. We need a gust of air. 1,599 pounds.
Oh,
1,599, yes. Rocking into first place, Teresa. I was going to say, actually, it's 1606 now, but she's putting her knee on it. Good job. 1,599 pounds. Congratulations, Teresa. just about doubling your personal best.
Another 500 pounds on this. 500. It's kind of built like that.
Max, what do you think of that pumpkin? Is that a good one? He says it's good. Speaking of good, Nick's Garden Center has a nice cold bottle of water. Go grab a bottle of water. Yes, you're sweating. Go grab a bottle of water after the next two pumpkins. We want to see Amy and Andy's really heavy one and Brad's really light one.
I still have to go to Pam's house. I have to go to Pam's and Dan's with my cat instruction.
So Joe Cool going back on its custom pallet because it's so huge.
Yeah. He did need a custom pallet.
There goes my son running in front of the forklift. Oh, yeah, we're live.
He's like, wait, we're on.
Oh, hello, everybody. We're live on YouTube. What? Yeah, so everybody on YouTube, here's Brad Sublo, currently number 2 in Colorado, owner of that really light pumpkin behind him. We're going to weigh it here pretty soon. I think it weighs 1,975.5 pounds. What do you think, Brad?
I think it beats it.
Brad, are you nervous, Brad? Is a little bit of nerves there? No, not
Maybe
at
a
all.
little.
I detect a little bit of nerves.
Because I'm pacing?
Yeah, the pacing. You've worn a path in this concrete here with all the back and forth you've been doing.
This guy's pacing. Make you pay for that.
Yeah. Brad is a firefighter for the city of Aurora, right, Brad? Paramedic firefighter.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Brad is able to use that firefighter schedule to neglect his family and spend all the time with the pumpkins. We're still live. So there goes Joe Cool, the pumpkin. Current first place with 2 to go. Teresa's hoping everybody else goes nice and light, but up next, standing in her way, we have Andy and Amy Corbin. Where do I put this thing? Maybe right here. Hello, world. Andy and Amy, you guys nearby? Where are they at? Here comes Andy. Andy, current Wyoming state record holder. What is your current personal best that you neglected to fill out your form?
2062.
What is it like growing in Wyoming?
You know, it can have its challenges, just like Colorado. We're not as warm. We have a lot of hail. We have hail here too. We average 13 hailstorms a year at our house. Nighttime temps, we didn't get too many evenings where it was above 55 degrees. We had, I think, 3 that were 60 degrees. So the evening temperatures are very cold. And then it's probably the wind is our most challenge, so it's not uncommon for us to have 35, 40 mile an hour sustained winds for, 3 or 4 weeks on end and start of the pumpkin growing season.
Wendy, you're a farmer by trade, right? You have 10,000 acres of soybeans?
Absolutely not. I'm actually the interim CIO for a community college up in Cheyenne, so I have a technical background, not a growing background.
Yeah, hold on. Look at these hands, everybody. Look how soft and supple those hands are from all that computer work. But he can still grow a giant pumpkin. So can you. I will shake your hand though. That wasn't a psych moment. So your pumpkin, does it have a name?
It does. So my wife names our pumpkins usually. So the one we took to Jared's last weekend was named Twix. This one's named Kit, and we'll take Cat next weekend.
So we've got the candy theme going this year. This is grown off the 2365 Wolf, pollinated with the 2062 Corbin. This pumpkin was, interestingly enough, grown on a secondary vine, 17 feet out, with a plant totaling about 900 square feet. It's a big one. It's estimating to be 1,723 pounds. Hi, Charlotte. Uh-oh. It's got a hole in it. Oh. Psych! Amy was embarrassed. She couldn't stand to be by it. 1,723 estimated weight. This one they're having a hard time throwing the ring on. That's always a good thing. And they struggle to move the pumpkin, and the pumpkin professionals have a hard time. We have one pumpkin left after this. Make sure to go check out Nick's Garden Center. Grab yourself a tamale if they're not sold out. They have churros over there. This dad bod brought to you by Churros. Yes, I bought one. They are delicious. Tamales are delicious. Just a test. Just a test. That was a test to make sure that the rope was in the right spot. It was in the right spot, but they'll fix it. Thank goodness Brad's a paramedic going over there to check on Andy. How's that blood pressure at the moment? Still qualifies. So when they get this big, the rope gets to the point where it wants to stretch. The pumpkins are so heavy that they get a little stretchy. And unfortunately, you kind of see what can happen there. So that bodes well for the size of this pumpkin. You know, that's subpar. It's good. It's good. Andy, how you feel right now, Andy?
I'm a little nervous. This could be a good sign. It's heavy to chart, hopefully.
Yeah, stretched out. Have a rope blowout. That's never happened before. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I saw a crack in the front.
Well, thank goodness Joe's head wasn't underneath there inspecting it. Yeah. Estimated weight 1,723 pounds. Hoping it goes heavy enough to stretch that rope out. Man, Brad's pumpkin would have broken half with that. He's going to be pacing way more now with that.
Bounced into Littleton.
Well, yeah, just a rubber bouncy ball. So this pumpkin has eaten the rope. We'll have to yank her out. This is the only one Brad's come up to look at the scale, so you have him nervous, you know. So he's just like taking over my job. There. The rope says it's heavy. Yeah. Almost. Almost. Got it. Okay. Woo! Man. Estimated weight for Andy and Amy is 1,723 pounds. Sharice is hoping that it's 1,598 pounds. Ma'am, in the audience. Please. Okay, actual weight, 1,678 pounds. 1,678 pounds. Yep, 1,678. You need a new market. Good enough for currently first place. While in Brad Pumpkin weighs 1,677 pounds, maybe first place. Great job, Andy and Amy, all the way from Cheyenne, Wyoming. And there goes Kat back in line. So, if you guys don't know, the person that's been pacing back and forth this whole time in the pumpkin button-up is Brad Sublo, current number 2 position pumpkin in Colorado, all-time giant pumpkin. Brad, come here. Are you nervous? I'm a little nervous. I don't know what gave it away. Tell us your story. You have a fun story. You've only been growing for 3 years. Started in his front yard. Kind of tell us about how you got started to where you're at now.
Yeah, I got started. I met you, didn't like you, and I was like, I'm gonna beat Chad. Just kidding. We had a little spot in the front yard that, that just was kind of wasted space. So my wife Stacy was like, why don't we try growing a pumpkin there? Because we've had kind of some pumpkins grow in the front yard before and it was fun. So I said, let's grow a giant pumpkin. Grew it in the front yard, didn't know anything, grew a 195-pound pumpkin. And then I was like, hey, this thing has been like the pride of the neighborhood. Everybody's like, this is the coolest pumpkin ever. So I take it to a way off thinking I'm cool. We get there, and my daughter Violet, at the time she's 4, she goes, Dad, why is your pumpkin the smallest one here? And so it hit my competitive bone, and since then I was like, let's try to grow some big pumpkins where Violet can't say, why is yours the smallest one here? Yeah. So after I grew the 195-pound pumpkin, we set out that next year, did a bunch of research. We grew in a 300-square-foot patch in our front yard and grew a 1,729 pound pumpkin, and at the time was the second biggest in state history, right behind Chad. I was hoping I'd go heavy that year to beat him, and we're hoping to beat him right now.
I don't know, man. I thought that one was good.
Actually, when you say that, it's kind of, so the last, every time a record has been broken,
He'll cut into it.
you would have beat, when I set the record, your pumpkin would have beat the record, but I just weighed before you. So every time that a record has been broken in the last 10 years, the last 2 record changes have been broken both by us competing with one another. That's pretty interesting, number 2. And tell us, so fast forward, last year wasn't a great year. You did do good pumpkin-wise, but you also moved. So your creative juices cause you to buy a house with more acreage, spend an obscene amount of money for a greenhouse, just to beat me.
I mean, sort of. We did want to move. We were looking prior to growing pumpkins as far as like getting a little bit more land, but
Yeah, well.
the pumpkin growing definitely pushed that over the edge to expand. I'm trying to play it
Even though
down,
it's
Joe.
not for real.
There's no sort of. He's
So Brad
full-blown
grew.
pumpkin
So
addict.
this year in his greenhouse, last 2 or 3 weeks ago, you went to California. You set a new state record at 1,955 pounds.
to get a jacket.
And Max wanted to have named a pumpkin to beat you. Did we beat Brad?
Yes.
Did we crush Brad, son?
His other one's not as big, I don't think, but it's still growing.
Maybe.
He said it was big. It's a big yeah, he said,
So,
I still-
but
not by much.
now
It don't look like
we
it.
hit the other side of the coin.
This one I think's gonna
That
be
1,955-pound pumpkin is
when the
actually
dust
Brad's
settles.
small
But
pumpkin. The pumpkin
I've
today
proven time in and time out.
is
I've been
estimated to
pretty
be
close today.
1,900. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong page.
Yeah, he said
2,142 pounds. That already is the biggest pumpkin grown in Colorado as far as size. But we care about weight. Specifically, Brad cares about like a heavy to chart weight. I care about a light to chart weight right now. But I don't think that's going to happen. This was grown off the 2560 Ginger. It was pollinated by the 2287 Sadiq. It was grown on a secondary vine 15 feet out in a plant that was about 900 square feet. Brad, at its peak, how many pounds per day was this growing? 55 pounds per day. Per day. So the pumpkin that was growing, some words of encouragement from Joe. The pumpkin is growing 50 pounds per day. Here we are. Is that an off-the-shelf pallet that you have there, Brad? Did you get that? Did you steal that from Costco? Custom pallet. You know you have a good pumpkin when you have to have a custom pallet. Brad, if you had to look into your crystal ball, what do you think this pumpkin is going to weigh? Heavy or light?
I'm just hoping for over 2,000 pounds.
I know the feeling. I'm just hoping for 1,970. I'm just kidding. I really want it to be over 2,000 pounds. Which one of your children was responsible for the theme of the year? Oh, family, what was this pumpkin's name? Winnie. Like the Pooh or from a different movie? God. Winnie, and what were the other pumpkin names? So the three Sanderson sisters? Wow, nice one. Got it. No children? Max, when you get older, are you going to be in a pumpkin competition with those two? So we got a bigger lifting ring now with some longer straps because this is definitely the biggest pumpkin that we've had in Colorado so far. Measurement wise, it's the biggest. We care about the weight here. Brad's been on the phone with all the news agencies giving autographs. If you want an autograph, just hit up Brad. He'll give it to you today free, tomorrow, you know, he might charge. Feel free to take pictures with him. Yep, he'll sign your forehead. If you have a baby, he'll sign the baby. Local firefighter Brad Bledsoe will use his real name. Giant pumpkin grower. I like that the lifting crew's taking a long time. I can see Brad's nerves intensifying as they go. Building the suspense for perhaps the first 2,000-pound pumpkin grown in Colorado. Pumpkin's name is Winnie. Winifred Sanderson, current state record 1,976 pounds. He stands to beat that by about 100 pounds. There's lots of noises happening. That's a good thing. Until it's not. Lovely weather today, Brad, right? A little nice and warm. Woo. Checking Brad's heart rate right now. Oh, the children are in pins and needles. I've never heard styrofoam make that noise. Like, help me! Joe's giving it the eyeball. Hold on, Joe, is that what I think it is? We knew this was gonna. There is definitely a hole here. We need some more judges. Just kidding. Unfortunately. It looks good. It's time to get a ride on the scale. Oh man. Woo. Let's cover up the scale. So we want to thank everybody for coming out to today's Way Off and kickoff to the Fall Festival here at Nick's Garden Center. Nick's Garden Center has been a staple in the local community for over 30 years. Go out there, support them, buy some kettle corn, ride a ride, have all sorts of fun. Everybody says it looks good. Check out Neptune's Harvest, a staple in the giant pumpkin growing community. Join the club if you want to grow giant pumpkins like this. Brad was just a Joe Schmo, non-growing, giant pumpkin growing guy 4 years ago, and look at him now. If he didn't have a wife, he'd definitely be wifed up after this. Well, hold on, there you go. Ah! So what do you think about Brad's hobby as we draw this out a little bit to make Brad nervous?
It keeps him happy, keeps him sane. It is crazy.